let's talk about what went down. So this is what this. So the people that bought the house are Justin and Kaylin Miller. But this is his case number. This is the date. It happened February 11th of 2024, and it happened at 8:01 p.m. And it says summary information. Officers responded to a disturbance and a domestic violence arrest was made. So I did request the body cam. We'll see what happens. But he was charged initially with domestic violence definitions constituting an act, child abuse, acted knowingly or recklessly where no death or injury results, obstruction of telephone or telegraph service, and harassment. And it looks like they took the child abuse one off and he pled out just like Chris Watts. He pled out just like Chris Watts. It's weird. So I wonder what DA Rourke thought about this, when this hit his desk. When this hit his desk, I wonder what he thought. I'm going to put a poll up in chat for you guys as we walk through this. Yes, and Plunder has a very, very detailed video about her. Thank you, Potato. And hey, Potato, welcome back. About her posts on Facebook. So Kaylin Miller was posting. She was in all the Watts groups. She was defending their choice to buy this house. So she outed herself as the buyer. So for someone who didn't want attention, she sure drew the attention to herself. She seemed obsessed with Shanann, and I don't know if she was obsessed with the case or what, but her and her bearded husband lived there and had a domestic violence incident where he took her phone. A child was present, but didn't get hurt. Domestic violence and harassment. Now, when I opened up this court docket, or when I went to Frederick, the city of Frederick, rather, and opened up their police blotter from the last week, they had the last week. It said, and see how it says 2800 block Saratoga Trail. It said the same thing, and it said harassment on April 23rd. So I'm wondering if if Justin didn't come back on the 23rd. Thank you so much, Scott H. Much love to you. Thank you. And thank you, Sherry. Thank you for your support, you guys. But isn't that insane? So on the 23rd, like I said, of April, there was another harassment call, a call. It didn't say if anybody was arrested or anything like that. So I did request that report because I was like, 2800 block, that's what it says on this. That's a little coincidental. So we shall find out. Oops, not that. Damn it. And then we have the amended charges. Okay. Arrested on 2-1, but then it says, oh, it does say child abuse. This was on a different site of Colorado that I found. It's really confusing finding their stuff. Thank you for the scar. Child abuse, negligence. Wait, let's see. Is that the same statute? 186401. Oh, no, look. No. Look. The child abuse is 186401 1A. And then up here, it's 186401 7B1 or something. They're two different charges. Unless they're just documented differently. I don't know. But he's got a birthday coming up in a month. And if he's still coming around, I'm like sitting here on eggshells thinking, if this dude keeps coming around and harassing, is it going to get worse? Right. The judge gave them, well, what I'm saying is the judge gave them the authority to like switch off, and one person, one hello global, hello Clover, one person can be in the house and one person can't. And vice versa. They were going to switch. And, but what I'm telling you is that on April 23rd at the 2800 block of Saratoga Trail, there was another call for harassment. Could have been a neighbor. We'll find out. We will find out. So that is that. That is the charges. And I can't get past it. I can't get past this house. And, you know, a lot of you know that I've been there. It's been since 2021 now. I can't believe it's been that long. But I have not looked at my own footage in quite some time. And I thought it would be kind of interesting to, as a members only dealio, take you guys a little bit back in time to my trip to Colorado and to this house and what I noticed at this house. So hopefully you guys have some questions. If you have any questions about anything in here, I can do my best. Hang on. Let me move this. I can do my best to answer anything, any questions that you may have. I mean, literally, if you have any questions about my trip, why I went, I'm not going to get too in depth about it, but definitely it was very, very, it was a feeling. It was very odd. It was just an off feeling. And granted, you know, knowing what happened, we don't really even know what happened in there. We don't know really where it happened. We can guess. We can speculate. But we don't really know. So this video, let's begin the footage. Here we go. I'm going to open up the Q&A in the chat at the bottom of the chat. If you guys have anything you want to say, any statements or questions, put them in there and we can go through them. Or you can super chat me. I'm just kidding. You don't have to do that.
Saratoga Trail of a party who's checking on a friend who's pregnant, who's not answering the door.
His pregnancy, she was so excited and then got blindsided from her husband that he wanted to separate a week ago.
And her husband's name is Chris?
Yes, his name is Chris Watts.
Hi,
and welcome to J is for Justice. If you like what you see, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and also give this video a thumbs up.
Kind of like that. I'm going to go full screen so you guys can watch this, and then we'll talk about it after. What? How to express heartfelt communication to your mate. What? What? Hey, Nate. How you doing, Nate? Nice to meet you. No, we're out here actually with Mr. Watts.
With who?
Yeah, we'll just be here a few minutes.
It's good seeing you.
Hi, how you doing? Pretty intense, huh, guys? I'm glad you enjoyed that. I wanted to take I wanted to take the footage and put it with the footage that we all saw. You know, all those hours of footage. And it was just so eerie to be there. You know, we don't know what happened. We don't know. We have Chris's version. We have the inconsistent lies by Nicole Kessinger. But the kids' little toys back there were just, that was too much. You know, I couldn't help but when I was back there, but to picture this. We saw all the social media, all the pictures, all the videos, and it was just like, wow. Those kids should still be enjoying a happy time. You want to watch it again? Really? Yeah, you can watch it again. Let me find another video that I want to play for you guys. We'll watch it one more time. It's not that long. All right, here you go. This is when I first got out of the car. I'll kind of like narrate this one. You guys are amazing. Thank you. I'll keep the music down a little bit and I'll narrate. Those babies. And then that's a picture. That's what I believe to be Nate walking over to leave a stuffed animal in front of the house. And I'm like, oh my God, like there's Nate's house. I didn't know his mother was living there. Oh, I know, potato. And then I couldn't help but think of, there's Pop Pop. I couldn't help but think of Shanann walking up to the door during this part, just to imagine that was her last walk up those steps. Like, what was waiting for her inside, she had no idea. But I believe that she walked in and went to confront Chris about the affair. I think that is what started that night. See the little teddy bear over there in the corner that was left? And they used to have that patio furniture right there. And this is where the infamous porch interview was. I know, Dispatch Crystal, I agree. And then the stairs right there, that's where Shanann left her suitcase. When she first came in, that suitcase was sitting at the steps. And my thought process, I went in 2021, so 3 years after. It was the February of 2021. So not quite 3 years. But when she came in, her suitcase was found at the bottom of the stairs. And if Chris was sleeping in the basement like he claimed, she could have went downstairs to the basement to confront him if he was down there. Because if you guys remember, in the body cam, there was trauma picked up by the dog at the bottom of the stairs. Yeah, she knew what was going on, but she never imagined I mean, I think Shanann was even still struggling with the fact that he could be with another girl. I mean, she even told her friends, like, the only thing I can think of, she said, and I don't think he has it in him, is another girl. I don't know. Maybe those sheets were on the bed in the basement at that time. I'm not sure. Maybe a fight ensued down there and maybe it didn't happen. I didn't go inside the house. This is all taken from outside. Through the windows. So that was the first like crest was, okay, let's go up to the front door. And let me just set the stage a little bit. So I went to Denver with another YouTube creator who wasn't a YouTube creator at the time, but is now. And she had talked with the Watts and planned this whole, getting Chris a new trial stuff. Okay. So Ronnie Watts was out there with us, but he did not go to the house. So that's why I tell Nate we're here with Mr. Watts, because at this time, no one was living here. And it was still in Chris's name at this time. This was before it was transferred over to the Ruseks. I would have never went on the property if it was transferred over to the Ruseks at this time. This was before it was transferred over from Chris to the Ruseks. So legally it was still in Chris's name. And he still had shit in the basement that I saw through the window. So I had to heavily edit this because the jerks I went with ended up like not liking me anymore. So I had to like cut them out the best I could. Lisa, I think he went out to Survey and dug that Survey site after the birthday party with the girls. That's why Chris stated they were sandy when they got home from the birthday party, because there's no reason those girls would have been sandy over at Jeremy Lindstrom's house. Oh, you want to hear something else weird? This Justin Miller, hang on, let me pause this because this is where we see the book. That Justin Miller, his attorney's name, are you ready for this? Lindstrom. His attorney's last name is Lindstrom. It's okay, Lisa. Live and learn, live and learn. So we're walking down this thing and it's really tight. So the reason why we were kind of going slow on the side of the house was because there was this weird cryptic thing that Chris had told Ronnie. And Ronnie said, when you go to the house, can you look in this where the sprinkler thing is? Like look in the ground where the sprinklers are, the controls for the sprinklers. Because I guess Chris mentioned to Ronnie, asked if he checked in the sprinkler thing. So he's like, I don't want to go to the house. It was too painful for him. I love you too, Lisa. It was too painful for him to go to the house. But he did say, can you guys just see if there's something in there? Like a key or, we didn't know. But there was nothing in there. But we did look. And it was weird. He's like, I don't know. Maybe he was worried about the lines freezing. And I'm like, I don't think that would be it. I wonder if there was something left under that little thing at one point. It was weird. Well, I hope you remember when I went there. It was a big deal. So this is tighter than it seems, walking down that next to the house. And I'm like, what is this book? How to express heartfelt communication to your mate. What? So this is not even the book. So the book that Shanann sent Chris, remember the cops found it in the garbage? We did, Shell. Chris, the book that Shanann bought Chris was found in the garbage by the police. So this is a different book. I don't know whose it is, who it was for, if Chris bought it or Nicole gave it to him, because now that I'm thinking about it, in Nicole's interrogation, one of her interviews, she's asked about a book. She's asked about a book. Did he have Shanann and this bitch giving him a book? What?
Hey, Nate. How you doing, Nate? Nice to meet you. No, we're out here actually with Mr. Watts.
With who?
Got old Ma's attention when I said that, eh?
Yeah, we'll just be here a few minutes.
It's good seeing you.
Hi, how you doing?
So all this overgrown stuff, I just thought, this is so sad. I just pictured that baby's feet right there on the other side of that door. I just pictured that baby's feet on the other side of that door looking out. Oh, he was over there just visiting too. It was like a chance thing that he was there. Can I help you with something? I was like, whoa, I did not expect that. I know, poor Bella. Poor Bella. It's so weird because, like, I know this isn't a big deal. The little mitt, but that's like a car washing mitt, and it just, to me, it served as a reminder of how this house was just left as it was. You know what I mean? Like a car washing mitt. Chris probably used that to wash the Lexus. And there it is. You know, it's just like he was arrested. Shanann and the girls were just gone. And the house just was emptied. And what was there, what remained, remained. And it just sat. You know, it's not like someone, you know, like they packed up and moved out and it's just empty. This was left in action. Like, it was full of family voices and activity and movement and, you know, pitter patter of feet running around all the time and Dieter's nails on the floor and all of those things. And it was just halted. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just boom. Stopped in time. Skinny, I agree. It's intense. It's really, really an intense case, and I feel like Shanann, and this might sound weird, but I feel like Shanann and Celeste and Bella were very strong souls, like strong personalities. And I don't think that they would have anything bad happen there. I don't think they're haunting the place. I think that this house, there was something maybe on the property that, I don't know. Hey, Meg. Well, Lindsay, it didn't help him that he went on Dr. Oz and lied and then had to take it back. So Nate had a little bit of mud on his face too, because he did lie about some things. I didn't pressure the dude. All I did was walk around the house. I never went to his door. I saw him on the way out. He was leaving his mother's house as we were leaving, and he stopped in the road, and I talked to him for a few minutes. He told me he moved away because he wanted to get away from this case. And I told him I respect that, and I don't blame you. But I feel like these strong personalities and these strong souls is why we feel so strongly about this case. It really would, all in tanks. I did a little bit. Meg sent me some stuff from Frederick. I still have to dig into it, though. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I want to know what they were doing. I don't think they were really doing macros. What was she doing in that house? Welcome in, Margaret. She said, oh, I just sat in the front room and did macros. What did you really do? And then she also told Coder in one of her interviews that she asked Chris what time his wife was going to be home. Now, that might be an innocent question. What time's your wife going to be home? But I think there was something more sinister to it because Shanann ended up dead. Little kid's little rake broke my heart. Oh, no, you're fine, Lindsay. He said that he always heard Chris yelling and stuff. He embellished, and then he admitted that he embellished. At least he owned it. I mean, we went over his charges, but we haven't looked at the house yet. So this is when we're on the other side of the house from Nate's. This is the other side. And we looked in the basement window, and you can see in the body cam, they're, knocking on the window. But if NK were to sneak in these windows, pay attention to the window wells. I mean, they literally had no side yard. See, on this side, the window wells are super deep. But on the other side, they're not as deep. Where I found the book. But I looked in there and there was a big bag of Chris's stuff. So I don't know if the Ruseks, like, when they went through and took everything, if they saw Chris's shit, they just threw it to the side. But the Watts ended up getting this stuff. It looks like there's a pair of shades. And like that was a Steelers jacket and some socks and stuff. It was really weird. 3 years later, this was still in the basement. Hey, Texas Beach Bum, welcome in. If y'all are just joining, welcome in to our members only live stream. We're going to do these monthly, you guys. And this is looking down in the basement from that other side of the house. So where I saw that book is sitting on whatever that little cabinet thingy is. And then see the blanket? That's the blanket that Chris had over the window, and his bed was right there. See, his bed frame is still there. And then there were just some random, there was like a couple totes, but nothing major. Like all those bins that were against the wall, gone. Yeah, I found 2 stuffed animals outside that were almost identical. I was being nosy and zooming in, you know. But if you look up there, that's what the basement looked like in the top left. But yeah, I went to the Lazy Dog and all this stuff, but I did a huge live on it. Here. There was a lot of drama around my trip. Some of you may or may not remember. But I'll give you guys the link to this. I had a long talk with Jamie, and I'll give you a jingle and send that letter tomorrow. Roger is...
Can you hear me, right?
Oh, Lord, Roger.
They were just storage tanks for excess oil.
Computer, I'm his defense team. 10 episodes of a mock trial. And we saying you're not talking Watts.
Okay, here. I'm going to give you guys the link, and you can... That's kind of like more tells you about like the drama part of what went down in that trip. My side of things. So what I want to play next... Actually, hang on. All right, we're going to get that ready. And then we're going to listen to that from Miss Jade, okay? But first, we're going to go to Zillow, and we're going to look at how Jalen, the one, you know, who just went through the domestic with her hubby Justin, or Kaylin. Nope, no souvenirs. The 2 stuffed animals I found, I believe were sat out front when they had a memorial out front full of stuffed animals. And I feel like those 2 like blew in the back. They were in those tumbleweeds. And I'm like, what are these? And I thought maybe they were the girls, but then they had like ribbons on them, and I figured they were from the memorial. And they were 2 of those like big-eyed like stuffed animals. I don't know what they're called, but one was one color and one was the other. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I took them and I gave them to Ronnie Watts because he never got anything from the girls. So those 2, and I was like, oh my God, it's Bella and CeCe. Okay, so here is the house now. And then here's can you guys see that? Okay, yeah, here's the front porch. And there's a couple eerie things that I wanted to point out. So, okay, just knowing what happened here. Now, this isn't weird in a normal house, but in a house where you know that the woman who lived here previously walked in that front door and met her demise. There's a hello sign and there's welcome. Every family has a story. Welcome to ours. Just a little eerie. Then she has in these moments time stood still, and then she has her children's names, which I would have not have put that on the internet, but with their date of birth. But that's just me. It looks like they had kids in 14, 18, and 19. And one of their kids' middle name is Christopher. There's another view of the living room. There's the door that Shanann walked in, and you can see they still have the latch for CeCe. They had that latch up so CeCe couldn't get out. There's the dining room. And I'm not sure if they got new carpet or if they just, like, kept the carpet. I don't know. I don't remember. I know the Watts had light colored carpet, but I don't know if that's new or not. And then there's the living room, and they used to have their TV above that fireplace. So lots of memories made in this room with the Watts family. Looking into the kitchen and then the back door where the deck is. I agree, Skinny. It's odd. Then we have a little saying about a mother in the kitchen, which, I mean, isn't weird. But knowing what happened in there, it's, hey, Sirius, welcome in. And then you can see their pooches laying there. I wonder if they can sense Dieter. I wonder if they sense Dieter's trauma. And then she has, like, see this picture on the back wall? Looks like freaking an audio playing. It's weird. I know it's a sound wave, but knowing that we have all this audio and video, it's just eerie. Yep. Seeing the babies dance around in their little gowns. I know. And then this is the common, like, loft area upstairs. And you remember the Watts had a sectional couch in here? That's where Shanann's watch and phone were found. And then they have, like, some kind of caution thing on the wall, which is a little weird as well. I mean, all of this would not be weird if it wasn't in the Watts house. What's the dirt, Annie? Welcome in, everybody. Hey, SL. Now, this freaked me out as well. Always kiss me goodnight. Do you guys find these things to be odd, or is it just me? I mean, with a serious face, I couldn't put that in this bedroom. Knowing what happened in there. Oh, yeah, that we've already talked about that, Anne. That's why we're talking about it. That's why we are doing this live. So always kiss me goodnight. Hey, Jammers. Hey, Anna. Hey, Helen. What's up, none your business? And then this is Chris and Shanann's bathroom. It's just weird. Like, okay, he didn't kiss her goodnight. He strangled her to death. So an always kiss me goodnight is kind of creepy. And then I guess that's a picture of her at her wedding above the tub. It's like tempting fate. That is such a good way to put it. Names on the walls, just like CeCe and Bella. Skinny, yeah. And that many of them. They're all over. Like, she's all about these sayings. And then there's a picture of a baby on the wall. It looks, I mean, I did a double take. I'm like, is that Celeste? But it's one of their children. I know, Jacqueline, right? Hey, boo shit. Boo sheet. I always say shit. It comes out. All right, this is where it gets creepy, y'all. The laundry room. They have the same rug. I don't think it's replaced. Lindsay, yeah. They have the same rug. They have the same sign, same shelves, everything. The rug remains from Shanann. They kept the bathroom blue as well. There's another saying right on the sink. I can't make out what it says. There's the garage door that goes out to the garage. There's the basement now. Yes, it's the same exact rug. And she was in all the Watts groups as well, telling everyone that she was buying this house and her husband is not Chris Watts and he would never hurt them and he would never put a hand on them and yada, yada, yada. Look at the dollies. I don't like that either, Casey. I think that rug should be gone. So they really didn't do a whole lot to the basement other than cover the walls with whatever that white stuff is, like insulated them, I guess. But they didn't drywall it or anything or finish the basement. So the concrete floor stays just like it was. The fridge, it's still the Watts fridge that was down there. And now you can see all of the condos. Swing set, still there. No, they're not taking a loss at all. They paid $600,000. They're selling it for $750,000. I agree. Hey, Heathen. That's just the neighborhood there. So that is what it looks like now. Now what I want to watch is this creepy video. Okay, so a lot of you didn't follow this. Yeah, they dropped it $25,000 probably because of the domestic. They need to get rid of it. Hey, Jess. Welcome in if you're just joining. So this is a creepy ass body cam. And this was a month after Chris was arrested. The police were called out 2 times on the same date to check the Watts home. On first check, they noticed the back door screen open, but nothing else concerning. Later on that night, they were called again. Nate had footage of a female walking towards the front door, but no footage of her leaving. During the footage, a black SUV is seen slowly passing the Watts house, circling back a couple times. Nate reported that the garage lights of the Watts house are on. The police arrive and search the home with body cam footage on. Hi, Jenny. Good to see you. It says here in the report, he was able to show me video from his Xfinity home security system on his phone. He showed me that a female walked up to his house at about 9 o'clock and was seen walking up to the front door. There is no video of the female leaving the area, and shortly after, there is a black SUV that is seen passing the house slowly. Nate was able to show me 3 different videos showing the black SUV going slow by the house shortly after the female was seen walking to the front of the door. I did not see anyone leave the vehicle and approach the house, and did not see anyone come from the house and get into the vehicle. Hi, Twyla Twinkle Toes. Hi, Marley McFly. Welcome in, guys.
I have the footage. The footage was shown to
Okay, we're going to skip forward. This is Miss Jade.
of the Watts house, but wasn't seen leaving. During the footage, a black SUV is seen driving slowly past the house multiple times.
I didn't know she read
When
this.
the officers
Sorry.
arrive,
Hey,
they
Robin
enter the home,
Malete.
and in the darkness, they check the house.
I think she did, Lisa. This is intense. I'm going to put captions on, too. These guys are scared shitless, and they keep seeing something in the kitchen.
Frederick Police Department, anybody in the house? Frederick Police Department, anybody in the house, make yourself known. Frederick Police Department, anybody in the house?
I got you, Mom.
Slow and steady, guys.
Okay. Coming out.
Hey, PKC.
Pushing up to you, Chris.
Copy.
Cookie, I'm coming into your hallway. Copy. Still got that bathroom?
Yep.
I'm gonna snap light. Opening a connecting door.
All right.
Connecting door. Closet, I'm coming behind it.
Wait till you see him look by the kitchen when they're by the
You
kitchen.
guys get this closet?
Nope.
Ready?
That's the basement, I think. I'll just go up. Okay, so let's clear the garage. Come see where you're at, we'll come out to the garage. Frederick Police Department, anybody in the garage? Frederick Police Department, make yourself known!
It's skinny. I know it's really freaky. And it's so damn quiet in there. Hi, Missy.
Coming out, quick.
There's no way to get in like on the top or anything?
I don't see any access.
I mean, they're even looking in attic access. My bad.
Is it sealed off on the top on that side? Yeah. Never mind.
Kids' toys still in there and stuff. No, this isn't that one, Heathen. This is just the body
Come
cam.
back in.
Coming out.
Now. Garage lights are off. Cookie coming back towards you.
Blue coming out.
You know what's wild? In that garage, that garbage can, if you look at my thumbnail of this video, that garbage can was at the road when Chris and Nick Thayer were standing on the porch. The day of the porch interview, Chris Watts had the can out at the road. I wonder if they looked in that can. I know they got the garbage from inside the house and stuff, but I couldn't help but notice in that photo that can is at the road and now it's in the garage in this video. Excuse me, damn.
Okay, I'll pull the door once you guys are ready.
You want to make that announcement? Yep. Okay, go ahead.
Frederick Police Department, anybody in the basement? Frederick Police Department, make yourself known! Frederick Police Department, anybody down here?
Nunya. Nunya, I love you. I love you. So funny. Called out. Now this is where it gets creepy. He definitely sees something in that kitchen when he gets in there. It's one of the body cams, serious. In the closet, something giggles and it sounds like NK's voicemails. He's keeping his eye on that kitchen. Now watch. Watch this part.
Hi. It's me.
Did that scare you guys? You know I love ya. I wouldn't fuck with you if I didn't love you. Yeah, he sees something in there. In that corner. Over to the right. You can blame Annie. That's why I did that to y'all. Sherry. I love you guys so much. I freaking love you guys. Keeping you on your toes. Bushi. Your reactions are the best. Oh, shit. We'll listen to those in a minute. This dude's definitely spooked, though. Now I have chills. What the fuck?
What's that? That might be an alarm, I'm thinking.
None. I love you. That is so funny. Dude, I think he's scared. Hey, Hellcat. Welcome in. Welcome in.
Creep town, dude.
That is really Nicole Kessinger serious. That's a voicemail she left for Chris. He had to stand there, Diana. He had to protect his other officers that were upstairs. He had to guard the downstairs. Global. I love you, Global. I needed to tell you that today. Diana, I would have ran away. Don't ever join a police force. Margaret, it's okay. I'm not going to scare you guys again. I'm not a hugger either, and I'd give you a huge hug, Nanya. I love you too, Bunny.
Blue coming out.
He don't like whatever's in that kitchen. Anne.
Yeah.
It did. The unexplained giggle played from the closet. But there's voicemails of NK. But look, they're going to check out what he thought he saw.
Check the top, see if there's a access door.
Look at that pantry, you guys. Isn't that nuts? All of Shanann's hard work. Look at Chris's freaking whey protein. Like I said, this house right here is just etched in time. All that work of hers is just there. And his big jug of whey protein. Because that was the most important thing to Chris, was how he fucking looked. How he fucking looked. It's just like when I was listening to Daybell yesterday. Tammy said, oh, the only difference in Chad is that he's losing weight and he started to work out. Not that Chad's a catch, but he still was somebody's husband. He was still somebody that a woman relied on. And then see his big ass thing of whey protein. Like, shove it up your freaking ass. Okay, so let me explain. This was before Shanann's family came and moved everything out. So this is a month after Chris's arrest, but I think this was prior to them coming in and moving everything because there's still furniture in there.
Clear.
Men always do that shit when they cheat. They start to work out. I mean, they're even checking cabinets, man. They're even checking cabinets in that kitchen. He thinks he saw something in there. I'm telling you. Look at even the little. Oh my God. Even the little. I mean, this is literally etched in time from the last time the girls were in there. But if you see their little tool thing. Their little tool bench. I agree, Darlene. No, I don't have the body cam of them. Come on and show your face. Is that what they said?
Look for any like vents like those that are big enough that
vents.
Maybe they open and go through.
Let's go clear upstairs. Frederick Police Department, anybody upstairs?
They're convinced that somebody was in this house.
Frederick Police Department, anybody upstairs? Make yourself known. You guys want to cover me? I'll grab the gate.
I'll hold down here.
Hey Danielle, welcome in. Welcome to the members only live stream. Who knows? Maybe NK went there to get a souvenir. She's such a weirdo. You never know. They don't know, but Nate had video of a girl walking up to the front door and never a girl leaving. But I'm thinking that she knew how to get out of that basement because I think she had climbed in that window to romp with Chris while he was sleeping downstairs. I mean, Nate had video of a girl walking up there and then an SUV driving around the block over and over and over. I'm not sure they had the alarm set. No, no one's ever seen that video. They've never released it. Nate never released it. We've never seen it. I don't think they had the alarm set. Because when I went there, even right after, a girlfriend that used to help me on the channel, a girl, she went to the house because she lived right there and they had already changed the front door lock. They took that key code thing right off. So I don't think it was running. Yeah, the electricity was on. But I don't think it was set. You know what I'm saying? They weren't arming the alarm. And God knows what she went in there to get. This dude can't wait to get the hell out of there, I'll tell you that. Where is she now? New name, new identity. Yeah, it's just the beep when you open a door. Yeah.
Rutherford Police Department, anybody in there?
Jesus.
Rutherford Police Department, make yourself known.
Hey, Hope. Welcome in. If this would have went to trial, she would have been their star witness. She knew exactly what happened, I believe. It just didn't go to trial, so she got a new identity and she got witness protection. It's not her fault he pled out, so to speak. Had it went to trial, she would have had to get on the stand and tell everything. We wouldn't have all these open-ended questions. Diana, because there was video showing someone going up and in the house, but not coming out. So they're assuming someone's in there. Yeah, their little plan didn't work, so he took the fall. I don't think he didn't go to trial because he didn't want his family or Shanann's family to go through it. He didn't give a damn about what his parents are going. He still doesn't give a damn. Well, witness protection isn't any joke. We never see people after that. Oh, that's their chair with the chair cover. People say they see it. There's another video. There's another video out there of the upstairs by the banister. And you can see the image of a little girl. It looks like she's in a gown. I'm not sure I'll be able to see it in this video, though.
Copy.
If I see it, I'll stop.
What's that?
He doesn't. He is stuck on that kitchen.
Can we get the garage lights off? Can we get the garage lights off? Okay.
I never heard anything about a face in a mirror. That's new to me. No, she would have gotten a deal like we see in all these other cases when people who have involvement get deals to testify and convict someone. She would have been the star witness.
Okay. Got everybody?
I think she knew Chris Watts well before we think she did.
I'm gonna kill the lights. It's gonna get dark.
He's like, get me out of here. So thank you to True Crime with Miss Jade for that flashback. Very creepy, very creepy. Do I think they plan to blow up Servy? I don't know what they plan to do. People always say they're NK. That's been going on since the beginning of this case. She's never going to admit. She's never going to say who she is. Never. Never, I say never. Hang on. Oh, we have the other creepy thing too, was this. Wait, hold on. This is her lifeline. What a nice choice of words. Did y'all see that? Did you see that light turn on and then off? Some people got good eyes. Now we know that was Nicole's little girl in there. Here we go. Hold on. I'm going to play the giggle for you. Or I'm going to show you the giggle. It's when they go up stairs. Oh, wait. Here's to prove they have the same rug. Are you ready for this one? This proves they have the same rug in the laundry room. Watch. Look, Shanann had something on the wall too, like wash, repeat, or some shit. That lady, I'm telling you, was obsessed with Shanann.
So there should be in that basket some of the kids' clothes and their nightgowns that they may or may not have had on that night.
They're looking for the nightgowns.
Yeah, well, you may have carried something, or it's possible.
You know what always bothered me, but they did check it, is that attic up there. I could see NK jumping up there. So my question is this. Hold on.
So there's your attic access right there.
Yeah, and they check it, and there's a bunch of foam, and she's like, oh, there's foam. This hasn't been touched. But check this out. There's a extension cord right here plugging in the washer and dryer. I wonder why that was there. I just don't see Shanann as being the type of person that would keep that like that. Like, what's up with that? So let's fast forward a little bit, because they do get up there and check this attic. Let me know what you think of this part.
Can you see any kind of dust or anything on that shelf? Or somebody might. There's no.
Bye, SL. Have a good night.
Doesn't look like anything. No. Okay. That's what we needed to know, though. No, it has not been disrupted. Okay.
Okay, now look for the rug. See it? Same rug is still in there with that new family in there. Same damn rug.
Maybe the bathroom is a person in the bathroom.
Oh, it was for an iron?
Okay, so this is their bedroom and master bath, and then the girls' rooms.
It's I think when they go in the closet. Is it this closet? Or is it in Shanann's office? Now I can't remember. So she's taking inventory of the girls' nightgowns right now. It is the office. Okay. I skipped it, didn't I? It's downstairs. Hold on. Bear with me. Oh, it's right here. Okay. Isn't that pathetic? I can like scroll through it and find it. She said, what the hell was that?
Sent off of. Yes.
Oh my gosh. What in the world was that?
Hang on, let me boost it. She's like, oh my gosh, what the hell was that? That lady would not go near that closet anymore either. Let me give you guys some boost, some volume boost. And here you go. Listen.
Well, there's plenty of first ender in here.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. What in the world was that?
Wow.
And the lady cop goes, wow. It's literally, hee hee hee.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. What in the world was that?
Wow.
Go in there and step on that little blue thing and see if that's where that noise came from.
Yeah, it sounded like a kid toy.
It might. It sort of sounded like it.
Something. There was a. I heard it.
That one. Did you hear it?
I did.
Sounded like a kid giggling or something, didn't it? Or a kid.
It did.
She can't figure out what made it.
Because all he did was go straight in there.
Ooh, you see what's up there? Look at that. Her freaking bouquet from her wedding. Look. Oh my God. Did you guys see the bouquet?
That was strange. Well, we'll make a note of that.
I heard it.
They can't figure out. They never do figure it
I
out.
heard the same thing you did.
Yeah, and then he just sort of turned around and looked. But I didn't look at the register. Was she on any kind? Oh no, she was pregnant. I was going to say, do you know about drug use in the house or pot?
Not that we know of.
Cody?
Look at that. Dreams come true. And a picture of her and Chris. And a prescription bottle up there, too. I just noticed that. Okay, so now that you've heard that, I'm going to play NK's things, her voicemails to Chris. Are you ready?
Hi. It's me. I miss your face. I was just calling to say hi. Call me back. Bye. Hi. It's me. You guys just call me back when you have a chance. Bye. Hi. It's me. I miss your face. I was just calling to say hi. Call me back. Bye. Hi. It's me. You guys just call me back when you have a chance. Bye.
Yes.
It sounds just like that. Was that recorded onto something? What is that?
Yes.
It's me. I miss your face. I was just calling to say hi. Call me back. Bye. Hi. It's me. You guys just call me back when you have a chance. Bye. Hi. It's me. I miss your face. I was just calling to say hi. Call me back. Bye. Hi.
That's you. Well, there's plenty of her standard here.
Yes.
And she says there's plenty of her scent in here. And then it's the NK giggle. Like, what the F? Hey, Speedy. Would there be a way of her accessing any possible speakers and playing it from her location and then hearing it? Man, I don't know. I'm sure anything's possible. 'Cause it sure is really creepy weird.
Well, there's plenty of her standard here.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. What in the world was that? Wow. Go in there and
That lady's like, go in there and do that. It's just a little too close for comfort when you hear these voicemails.
Hi.
I mean, what the heck?
Hi. It's me.
Why is she trying to sound like a little girl, too? You know? If we go back, though, to the beginning, I'll show you what I was talking about. Then I'm going to show you some more of Justin and his wife. Up here, let's see. I'm going to mute this and play it. I think this is when his trash can, that's Nikki's car, Nicole Atkinson. That's her white car, and that's like her son and her standing out front. See, their trash is out that day. Yeah, see, Chris has it out at the road. Oh, that's the media. There's Chris. This is prior to the porch interview. This is when he's like, I like those shirts a lot. Right? He's talking to the reporter before the actual porch interview. But see, his garbage can is out. I wonder if if it got dumped and they didn't even look in it. I'm just wondering if there was possibly stuff in there. I know he put a lot in the dumpster. But God knows what else, he got rid of. Yeah. Members. Okay, I'm trying to find another video where they point out the the paranormal. One that I can actually play. There was a really good one that was... Hold up. The Millers, they're all over YouTube too. Okay, hold up. Let's get over here. I'm sorry. I got caught up over here. Oh my God, that was loud as fuck. I am so sorry. Jeez, oh Pete's. I had no idea it was going to be that freaking loud. But anyway, I wanted to just show you guys that the garbage was taken out that day. I just think that's crazy. And Chris was probably freaking out. Doesn't he open the door for them here? Oh no, he's standing there with that cop at this point. That's right. Yeah, there's the trash right there. See? Not that it's a huge deal, but I just noticed that.
What's that? I said, let her know about the beads. Yeah.
So, yeah, here, the basement too. This is where the dog alerts down here.
They have not.
So you see right there, they have the same fridge. This is where the what's her faces have their couches and their TV set up.
That's interesting.
Hey, Franny. Hey, Unravel. Welcome in. I'm just wondering, too, why Chris Watts took a picture of the temperature of that refrigerator downstairs and sent it to Shanann. Look at all that food. Medicines separated by ailment. See, he's alerting, and it's like the second dog alerts down there as well. When the man brings his dog down, it alerts down there as well. It also alerted on a dumpster in the neighborhood when they walked around, and they ignored him. Hey, Tommy, what's up? Oh, you're welcome, Bum Bum Cream. Tommy's the Bum Bum Cream wiener. A lot of people did, serious. Unfortunately, I kind of believed his first confession until I wisened up. But there's the bed over there in that corner, and there's that blanket. That's where allegedly Chris had been sleeping because they weren't getting along. That's usually what men do too. When they can't handle the guilt of cheating on you, they separate themselves. Pay attention to your dog, lady. Yes, this is day one. Are you trying to tell me something? Yeah, he is.
Something's upsetting him here.
Something's upsetting him here. Mm-hmm. So what happened in that basement, you guys?
What's that?
She said, mark this area as an area of interest. Could he have pushed her down the stairs? No, because they would have known that. Right? They would have known that, right? If he pushed her down the stairs. He's a trauma dog. He picks up on trauma. So they went for a walk in the neighborhood, and this dog was barking at a dumpster, and they didn't even look in it. And then in Chris's confession, he said he put the shit in the dumpster in his neighborhood. A red dumpster, the same kind of red dumpster that this dog barked at.
Stairs and there's a fan running there. So see all of that.
From Canyon Bakehouse.
Either that or
with LBN trucking wanting to report their tractor trailer missing. It never arrived.
So they go over here and it doesn't alert on anything.
his nose is down to the ground a lot here. Notice that?
His nose is down to the ground a lot here. Do you notice that?
It's been up in the air.
Sorry, that's loud. She's like, it's been up in the air until we got down here. She's shushing him. Why is she doing that?
Calm down. Okay, there's some reason. Okay, maybe have or one of the others.
Could be what? How much of a role will the furnace play on that?
Huh?
Will the furnace affect any of that?
Well,
do I need to shut it off?
He's not stopping.
I think Jeff or one of them should come in here down and
Why is she shushing him?
This bed is definitely not made. Stuff on hangers, coats.
This is where Chris was sleeping and romping with NK, I believe. This is the window where I saw the book. This is the bed. There's a purple eye mask with paisleys on it on top of the folded mattress or folded comforter. Look at that. Y'all. Do you think Chris was wearing that motherfucker? Do you think Chris was wearing that eye mask? Watch.
But there's a sleeping mask right here, too.
Yeah.
There's a sleeping mask
And it's
right there,
purple.
too.
Oh, Lord. It's still barking over by the bed. You know what? The Millers didn't put that white stuff up because that white stuff is up there.
Mm-mm. Sure hasn't.
See, this may be her scent. Something has set him off.
Well, that's like a night sleep.
Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm. A night sleep mask.
Something has set him off down in this area.
I'd be ripping that shit apart in there.
Maybe get Jeff or one of the others in here and see, because with this...
I'll have Officer Perez send one of them in.
Before they get going, just bring him down into this area and see. And just because
No, he was sleeping down there because they were separated, and she could sneak right in through the back and climb in that window and romp him and leave. And don't think for a second that she didn't.
with that fan going,
I just shut it off.
it's hard to tell where that scent's actually coming from.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'll get him out.
Hey, can you send one of the canines down to the basement, please?
So this dog's still whining.
Yep, she's going to take her dog out, and we need to have one of them come in, and I'm going to stay in the basement and wait for them.
I thought of that
She's
too,
coming out
Bushi.
right now. Big time. But we don't know what, so that's why we're going to have one of the others come in because they have
So now they're going to bring the other dog down.
skill sets.
Different
so keep everybody out.
scents.
She's coming out, and just have another canine come in.
Now
All right.
the man is
Okay.
going to bring the other dog down, okay? Let's fast forward a minute. She's looking around to try to find anything in disarray or out of place. It's weird. So Chris took a picture of the temperature thing in the refrigerator downstairs and texted it to Shanann when she was out of town. All right, here comes the second doggo.
Let's just do a search of this
Yep.
without information from what Janie did. And,
Yep.
And
No information. He's going in blind.
a little bit better information.
He confesses the next day. Poor Dieter. Aw, thanks, Diana. Thanks, you guys. Thanks, Global. You guys are pretty amazing yourselves. I'm not sure, Lindsay. I could never figure that out. I'd love to know. Yeah, boo sheet. That's why it's just the case that never ends.
We don't know. It's the only bed in the house that's unmade.
Unmade.
Dispatch, Jones County 23.
That's where his ass was sleeping.
Johnson 832. Johnson 8233. I'm going to run down to Johnson's Corner and see if I can attempt to find this vehicle that they've lost.
Copy, Sony, you're up.
Right, and half of the person responsible got away, so half the story lies with her as well. Him and his stupid weight bench. Yeah, maybe the initial argument started downstairs. She went down there and started. Yeah, Unravel, I heard that too. I'm like, hopefully that's not related. That corner of that room gives me the creeps. I think she was. I mean, she pinged in Frederick at 6 in the morning. So she was near that house that night. She was near that house at 6 a.m., according to her phone records. But that's right. She just happened to ping there that morning. She never pinged there on her way to work ever, according to her phone records. But just that morning that her boyfriend's wife dies.
Text her. Give me a flashlight.
Yeah, I'm just seeing what these. So it's not doing it, his trained frontal alert.
Okay.
So I would say there's no HRT stuff down here. He has a little interest here. Dex, come here, please. You know, it may be worth looking at this map if things develop. I don't know. It's just kind of had a little bit of. Is this where Janie's dog had interest too? Or?
Very good. The opposite side, so bed area, and we actually shut off the furnace just to eliminate that. But it was from the other direction, right where those coolers were.
Oh, okay.
So a lot of just refocus. So I don't know.
832, can you repeat that?
If there was...
Yeah, if you're not tied up on something, you meet me out at Johnson's Corner.
Okay.
He said if there was a body in there, there'd be a lot of interest.
Am I good to turn this back on?
Yeah.
Okay.
He said it might be worth looking at that mat.
Yeah, there was just revisiting.
It will, Hellcat.
Right here.
Yes.
And the only thing, I mean, there's a bag of rope and some tie downs and a whole bunch of paint cans.
Yeah. So I'm pretty confident it would not be a body or parts.
Okay.
I'm pretty confident it would not be a body or parts.
Yes, very organized, very clean. I mean, there's not even dust in the basement. I don't know if you guys were out talking with Officer Perez as far as the car seats go and collecting scent. The kids were wet when they got in the car seats. The car seats are still in the car. Both of those kids are old enough to put themselves in and out.
Okay.
So I don't know if he touched those or not, but they passed that information along to me.
Okay. They probably have, especially under the pads, you know, where we're all sweating through and stuff.
Right.
Probably would be a good scent article possibly for the future, but I think we're good for now.
Did it work?
We'll use what we got.
Okay, perfect. Didn't want to not pass something on, so. Wow.
Dispatch, John, copy 3-2. Can you declare me Robert from my current call, and I'll be en route to H3's call at Johnson's Corner.
Anything else in the house you'd like us to check?
Unless your counterparts have shared any information with you, I don't necessarily have anything.
Okay. Did she do the garage?
She has not done the garage.
Okay, so yeah, he said the car seats were wet because they went to the birthday party and he put them in the car seats wet. So they were in the car and still wet. Yeah, they got wet at the birthday party. But you know what's odd is that in Chris's, one of his confessions, he says that the girls were sandy when they got home from the birthday party and he gave them a bath. And also when they ask for scent in this video, or maybe it's not this video, but yeah, this is when, look at him. He's like, this shit's real. They ask for scent and he says their shoes are wet as well. And then, anyways, he said they were sandy from the birthday party. Now, I used to have a picture of them at the birthday party. I don't know if I can find it really fast, but outside, there was no sand at Lindstrom's house. I'm trying to see if I can find it. I don't have it. I just have the cake one. But trust me, in the yard, you can see them playing in like a little pool. But he said that they were sandy. He said they were sandy. And what is sandy? Survey 319, right? Hold on. I think that his ass went out there. Oh, I'm not even on camera. I'm so sorry. I think his ass went out there and dug after the birthday party. And then when he got out there, he ran out of time. And I think those girls went out there with him. It's a sick thought, but so is what he did. Right, but the girls wouldn't be sandy from Jeremy Lindstrom's kid's birthday party. So if we look at a timeline of this case and we think about him going out with NK on Saturday and having the birthday party on Sunday, him and NK were seen in the vicinity in a Home Depot. Actually, he was seen in a Home Depot. So what was he buying in the Home Depot? Was he buying a shovel? What was he buying? A rake? What was he buying? What was he buying? Right? So Saturday night he was at Home Depot. We know that. They have footage of Chris in Home Depot. footage of him in Home Depot. He can't even deny it. Right?
And then screamed and yelled in front.
He can't even deny that shit. So then Sunday, they go to a birthday party. Right? The girls were alive because that was when they FaceTimed with her father, Frank, on Sunday. On Sunday. They went to the birthday party, and then they came home sandy and ate cold pizza and took a bath. And then he cooked chicken. Remember, he was barbecuing chicken? Well, that lines up with Nicole Kessinger's story that she went over there and he barbecued chicken. Was that the night? Did she come over there Sunday night? And then she had to leave because wifey was supposed to be home at 11? And then Shanann's flight was delayed? And they were fighting for 111 minutes on the phone? And then did she come back over? And was she home or in that home that night? Yeah, but Lisa, his yard wasn't sandy. Jeremy Lindstrom had like a nice sodded yard in a subdivision. There was no sand for them to get into there. It's just weird. Or she never left. Because she mentions the damn chicken and carrots. That's all he had was chicken and carrots. And she lies and says she was there and she was only in the front room. So he made chicken and carrots and served it to her in the front room. Thank you so much, Nicole, for your super chat. I hope you guys are enjoying this member-only live. He was barbecuing in the evening, so the girls went to bed early. So I'm wondering if he put the girls to bed, and then Nicole came out and they barbecued. She was inside because the neighbors only said they saw Chris barbecuing, not anybody else. I love you too, Northern Beans. You get what I'm saying? Are you catching my drift? Chris and Nicole were on a phone call for 111 minutes the night that Shanann was due home. 111 minutes. And when she was questioned, what were you talking about? She doesn't remember. She doesn't remember. Oh, was it a FaceTime? I don't remember. Thank you guys for being members of my channel. I appreciate it.
He was like, she was being pretty mean. And then he said, she told me that she's pregnant. And she told me that the kid is not mine. That is what he told me.
So she's pregnant, the kid's not mine.
And that she's...
Like he's playing, he didn't know she was pregnant
Yep.
until that morning.
Yep.
And that it's not, she had an affair with somebody else.
Yes, and this is before I knew she was 15 weeks pregnant.
Okay.
Like all the stuff on Monday that I read from my recollection, because I didn't find out she was pregnant until Tuesday. So anything that got posted on Monday did not emphasize the fact that she like had a baby on board. So then.
So I mean, if this shit doesn't say it all, a baby on board. A baby on board.
Let me ask you something. You said that he usually gets up in the morning and just, it's him and she gets up and takes care of the kids. Is that the routine that you know for them? Or do you know him to get up and like prepare meals prior to him leaving the home?
Well, he gets up and he like goes to the gym and he works out in his basement and like makes breakfast, and I don't know.
Does he make breakfast for himself or does he make breakfast for his children?
I don't know. I don't know. They're still sleeping at that point. Like all I know is he at one point in sometime in this whole
See, she keeps looking up at the camera too.
thing, he told me that they usually get up at like 6:30, and she gets them ready and takes them to school and like does all the morning stuff with them, as far as I know. And then in the afternoons when he gets home from work, he kind of does more of the afternoon stuff.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a tag team operation that they have going on, but I think she does more in the AM and he does more in the PM.
Right.
It's kind of how I process that, but I
Thank
don't
you,
know.
Shell.
Okay. So she's mean to him and then throws this out.
Yes.
That she's pregnant from another man.
And I said, do you believe her? And he was just like, he said something about like, oh yeah, like she kind of looked like she was showing when we were in North Carolina, but I wasn't sure. And I'm like, so you think she's pregnant? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, do you think she's like having an affair? And he's like, I think she said that out of spite. And he's like, and I was like, okay. And then, and again, like, I think he's just saying all this to me to try to cover his tracks with me. Like, I think, I don't know what he told you guys, but I bet it's probably very different. And I think that what he said to me, it was, like, directed towards me. Like, this whole bullshit little box lie that he had right there was, like, the lie directed
Did he
at
say when the
him.
argument started?
Nope. He just said it was in the morning. He said he woke her up in the morning.
Okay. Did he say when she came home? Did he ever let you know that?
I think I want to say he said around like 2, but I don't know.
Okay. And then he woke her for what purpose?
Because she asked him to.
Okay.
So I was under the impression that he was asleep. I'm assuming this is how it like went, and what he was trying to tell me is that he was asleep by the time she got home. And she sent him a text and said, wake me up before you leave. And then he woke her up, and they got in an argument, and then he went to work.
Okay.
That's how I processed
And the context of that...
Oh, you know what? I wonder if he was sleeping downstairs. And she went down there, fought with him. And they finally decided, let's just go to sleep. And she went upstairs to go to sleep. And then he went and woke her up, and that's when it happened. Maybe there was an argument downstairs, and then she went upstairs, and then he came back up there, and that's when it happened.
For what purpose?
Because she asked him to.
Okay.
So I was under the impression that he was asleep. I'm assuming this is how it like went, and what he was trying to tell me is that he was asleep by the time she got home, and she sent him a text and said, wake me up before you leave. And then he woke her up, and they got in an argument, and then he went to work.
Okay.
That's how I processed
And the
it.
context of that argument, again, was just she's pregnant. And is there anything else that he shared with you?
He did not elaborate on it, and I didn't ask.
Bullshit.
I didn't ask.
What were you thinking at that time?
This was like on Monday.
She keeps looking at the camera, man.
I still thought she left. I mean, this was all on Monday. Like, I legitimately thought this woman left the premises with her kids and just wanted nothing to do with him for like 24 hours.
So his story was believable that she was pregnant from another man, and maybe she took off for that guy, or...
He said several times, like, I think she just said that out of spite.
Okay.
Like, he thought she was with one of her friends.
Yeah, Lisa, you're right.
So he held true to that story.
Pretty much.
She's just leaving and she's with a friend.
That was kind of what he thought. And that's kind of what he had me believing. And at the time, I wasn't really alarmed because it had been like a half a day.
Sure.
And so then Tuesday rolled around, and...
Did you see him at all on Monday? You said you didn't,
No.
right? Earlier.
I did not see him. And I went to work Monday.
Did he ever try to convince you to come see him, or say he wanted to come to your house?
No, not at all. We were supposed to go pick out apartments to go look at on
Hey, Jane.
Wednesday, so yesterday. but that obviously
Right.
didn't
So
go out.
on Monday, he never tried to be convincing to get you to come up to see him.
No.
Nothing.
Not
no,
that
no,
I'm
no,
aware
no,
of.
no,
I don't
no,
think so,
no.
because I had my buddy Jim was over Monday and Tuesday, and he knew Jim was over Monday and Tuesday, and that's why we were going to hang out on Wednesday.
Okay.
So no, he didn't ask me. So Tuesday rolled around, and she still wasn't around, and this is when I started getting kind of sick. Like, my friend Jim was sick on Monday when he came up, and
why were y'all
I don't
sick,
know.
Nicole?
I just started feeling like crap as it was.
Why? Because you opened those hatches?
I was just kind of having a hard time focusing and like thinking about what was going on. And I'd asked him a few times, I'm like, where's your family, Chris? Like, where's your family? You know, and he would tell me like, oh, I don't know, or I want him home. Like, I asked like several times. So I think I got different responses, but each time like he didn't know where they were. You know, and I'm like, she's still not home, and he's like, no. And I had also asked him to like, he said he had a friend, Dave, that was a cop, which I also find convenient that there's another Dave working this case who's a cop. But I was like,
what does
well,
she
Dave's
mean
off,
by
why
that?
don't you just have him like post up outside your house too and see if she shows up? You know, and he told me on Tuesday morning, he was like, I called Dave and asked him to sit outside my house, and he's going to do it. And he's like, and then my friend Nick is coming over later on this afternoon. And I was like, okay.
Did you ever hear Nick's name before?
I've actually heard that name a few times, like,
Okay.
around him. Like, there's certain... I never heard Dave before. Dave was new, but I've heard the name Nick a lot, so I don't know if that's,
Baby
like, real
on
or
board.
what, but if I was to guess, like, friends that he, like, legitimately has...
Oh, my God. Hang on, there's one more part.
freaking me out, and he was just like not, he was strange. So another thing, so that was Tuesday, and that was it for Tuesday, but I forgot some stuff on Monday that I did need to bring up to you guys. So Monday, when we were on the phone, at one point he mentioned to me, I can't even believe I have to say this, she left her wedding ring here, and I said something
He says, I
along
can't
the
believe I have to
lines of,
say this.
does that mean you two are done? And he was like,
She's such...
he said, how much do you think it's worth? And I was like, remember hearing him say that and being like, what the fuck? And I remember thinking to myself, like, I don't even know how to respond to this. And so I was like, I don't know, pawn it, man. And I was just like, I pawn jewelry all the time. I was like, I pawn jewelry a few times. I was like, it's not worth shit, though. And I was like, so I don't know if you really want to do that. And he's like,
I pawn shit all the time. I've heard she had a drug problem in the past, and she was in trouble with a capital T. And that's probably why Daddy's sitting there, because Daddy's probably always bailed her out of her shit.
like, no, I think I'm going to get it appraised. It's a nice rock. And I was just like, okay. And it was like really awkward.
And that was on Monday?
That was on Monday night. And
Monday night. You snaky bitch.
he said, how much do you think it's worth? And I was like, remember hearing him say that and being like, what the fuck? And I remember thinking to myself, like, I don't even know how to respond to this. And so I was like, I don't know, pawn it, man. And I was just like, I pawn jewelry all the time. I pawn jewelry a few times. I was like, it's not worth shit, though. And I was like, so I don't know if you really want to do that. And he's like, no, I think I'm going to get it appraised. It's a nice rock. And I was just like, okay. And it was like really awkward.
And that was on Monday?
That was on Monday night. And
the same
that
day.
To me was like, it was kind of strange. And then the Tuesday lying thing, like I'm telling you, it started like Monday night, him saying that was why I couldn't sleep, because he made the comment about the wedding ring.
Okay.
And then Tuesday, her still not coming home, and then him lying to me, and I was just like, oh my god, like, what if something happened? And it was like really hard for me to
When you say, what if something happened, what were you thinking?
Like, what if somebody took her? Like, could he possibly hurt her? And that was like the first time that I really, I think, genuinely considered, did this man hurt his wife? And it was
Her
like
dad
hard for
takes
me to
his glasses
grasp.
off. Oh Lord!
And I thought about it a lot, and I waited for the night because I wanted to see if she would come home. And it was already pretty late, and I had company, and I was just like, let me just see how this plays out. And
let me see how this plays out.
My buddy Jim left. I don't know, probably like 9 or 10. Probably it's like the same time he always leaves. And then
Meanwhile, okay, now mind you,
I couldn't sleep again. It was really...
She can't sleep. She can't eat. She's sick. I've seen her old pictures unravel. She was rough. This is the 16th. This is the same day as Chris's arrest. So he's being interrogated, polygraphed, arrested. I think he was booked at like 11 p.m. This is at, what, 7:30 p.m.?
Really bad. And I woke up in the morning and I saw the interview that he had with the newspaper.
The porch interview, and she thought, oh, shit.
It looked really different to me.
How so?
The light in his eyes is gone. They're like a different color now. It's like he has no soul. I swear to God. I saw it and I was just like, look at his eyes. I saw his mugshot.
Look at
They're
his
not
eyes.
even the same color. Like when you guys retrieve the pictures that are on my phone, look at his eyes then compared to now. Like it's the scariest shit I think I've ever seen in my life. It freaked me out. I was like, that's not even the same man that I know. And it was really uncomfortable. But anyways, I saw that report in the morning and I was just to the point where I was just like, all right, like something happened. This woman is missing. Whether it was him or someone else. I know like a woman went missing not too long ago in Longmont. Like I think it was like 2 months ago or something like that. And you guys, not you guys, but somebody up there called off the search on her. I don't think they ever found her. So I was like, I don't know, maybe that's connected, maybe somebody came and got her, maybe he did something. I don't know, but I knew like it was a problem. And at this point, I was like, I'm in a very messy situation with this man. And I don't know what to do. And so I called my dad, because he's like the only person that I trust with everything in the whole world. And I was just like...
AKA he bails your bratty
and I
ass
told him
out.
everything. And then I was like... We just discussed it, and it was like, we need to go to cops. Definitely. Because I figured you guys would find me eventually, but I was like, I feel like they need to speak to me. I feel like I'm a very important person for you guys to communicate with. And so,
You think so?
you know, and again, I wish I'd have done it sooner, but it just kind of took the sequence of events of his lies and all of his bullshit falling apart for me to process that I needed to address the situation. And so, you know, and the time. And so...
A whole week?
That to me. And another thing he lied to me on, I caught him on Monday night, he was like, oh, it was right after the wedding ring thing. He was talking about... It might have been before, one of the two. But he was like talking about how he like reflected on North Carolina, and he was talking about how he wanted the separation and all this stuff. And I'm like, wait a minute. I thought you were the one trying to make peace with her, and she's the one who didn't want it. He's like, no, I wanted it. And I was just like, okay. And another thing on Monday night, his breathing was like... Oh, it was like his voice would crack sometimes. But I didn't, like, condemn him for anything like that, because I was like, well, yeah, he's probably stressed the hell out. His family's gone. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So, I don't know. So that happened. And then,
He never made any admissions to you about anything that he had done?
Nope.
He never said anything about doing, or at any time... Not just in these days, but during your relationship, did he ever say anything about hurting his wife, his children?
Never.
And then on these conversations from Monday to Tuesday, did he ever say that, somebody did something to them, or did he ever give an excuse?
I don't know what she's
to you
holding
how
on
this could
to.
have happened?
No, I mean
Other
he
than
was,
they just were going to a friend's house.
Yeah, or he was like, yeah, I think she's like with one of her friends. She doesn't want to talk to me, kind of thing. But
So-
other than that, no. I mean, like he told me, like, yeah, she said she was with another man, but I think it was out of spite. Like he never really like held that she was with another dude. Like he never was like, yeah, she's with some guy. Like she said it.
Another dude? Bitch, this is someone's marriage.
No, I didn't go on any dates.
So the only reason would be another potential reason for him to be upset.
No, he knew about Jim. He's always known that Jim is one of my good friends,
Okay.
and I lay it out for people at the beginning. Like, I have friends that are male, I have friends that are female. These are my friends. That's what it is. Like,
Okay.
he never to me seemed like jealous of Jim by like any means.
What does she
So, no, I'm
mean?
curious what
I lay it out for people at the beginning. I think this chick was like a freak, like went both ways, did freaky stuff, and I think he did too. Why would she say, I lay it out for people at the beginning? At the beginning of what?
Okay.
But I didn't actually ever go out on any dates with guys from eHarmony. Not
Okay.
one. Like, I talked to a couple guys on there, but I was like, no, I didn't go on any dates.
So the only reason would be another potential reason for him to be upset.
No, he knew about Jim. He's always known that Jim is one of my good friends, and I lay it out for people at the beginning. Like, I have friends that are male, I have friends that are female. These are my friends. That's what it is. Like,
Okay.
he never to me seemed like jealous of Jim by like any means. So no, I'm curious what text you're talking about with Charlotte.
I have like
I talked to that girl so
I have
much.
153 pages of text messages, so I can't. If I could pull it up, I would, but I don't know where it is.
I thought you guys
She
just got my
conveniently
text.
does
We
not
don't-
remember shit.
And she said, she told him to shut up and that he didn't know anything. And his kids started like repeating it. And he said that it made him
Bad
really
news.
sad, and he realized that that was
Hey,
when
Leo.
he needed to separate from her.
Hey, Ave.
So, and he never, though, he said she was a good mom?
Yeah, I mean, he never complained about her being like a bad mom or neglectful or anything like that.
Abusive, anything like that?
Nothing. When it comes to like violence or anger or any of that, nothing. I mean, and he even said like, yeah, like so she kind of like gets bossy with me sometimes, but as far as like arguing back and forth, he's like, that never happens. He's like, we don't fight like that. So I don't know.
They did
He
in the
seemed pretty,
basement, I think.
Healed with stuff. So
Did they talk about how they discipline their kids at all?
I never asked. I felt like that was not my place.
And you
Thanks,
never
Leo.
mentioned
Nope.
That's all I was going to ask.
Just making sure nobody else.
It would be the news people would only be the ones that, and of course they already know what to.
God, work is going to be such a mess, too. That's going to be, like, a whole nother level. Like, everybody at my work, I heard, was so, like, just damaged and broken.
I
today.
wonder
And
why,
was like, let's
Bish.
just add Nikki into this whole mix.
Everyone at work is broken but you, bitch. Let's just add Nikki into this whole mix.
It's not going to be good for all of them, like, mentally either. It's just going to be a mess.
Maybe your employer could transfer you to another business.
I think that's a fair statement. I will tell you right now that Anadarko has been very, very helpful with us and is very concerned about their employees in this event.
Fucking fuzzy slippers and lip gloss.
I'm tired too, but you may, your employer definitely has an indication of your relationship with Chris, I would think.
They're not my employer.
Oh, that's right. You work for a different company.
Yeah, but you're saying Anadarko has a knowledge of that.
Well,
who are you talking about, Tasman or Anadarko?
I don't even know what Tasman is.
Tasman is the people that cut my check, and I'm contracted out to APC.
So, I think people have suspicion that there was a relationship with Chris. Not saying you, but they may know that. I think there was some suspicion that he was having a relationship with somebody else. Not your name specifically, but if you went to your bosses and said, "I have an issue that I don't," like your dad's saying, I think that you might find that they'll just get you out of there.
See, that's what we were talking about today, because they probably have a policy for psychological help. They probably have a policy for inquisitive, people bugging other employees. That's a big company with a lot of HR, and there's...
Do you have an employee assistance program? EAP.
I don't... Oh, yeah. That they were there all day today. But it's like I got so many calls today from
Those are
people I work
questions
with.
that you can ask them anonymmously, and that information is retained.
See, that's what I was saying, because if...
So what am I supposed to do?
Well,
tell my
Hi,
boss?
Victorine.
Well, but your bosses are going to want rumor mongers. They're not going to want people stressing you out. They're not going to They don't want erratic workflow. They don't want any of that. So they'll probably do a broadcast letter of anybody that was friends, acquaintances of it, or anything else.
Today.
Please respect that employee's feelings. And right there, oh, and by the way, if any of you have problems, you can call Mickey Mouse at,
Yeah, we'll call Mickey Mouse.
They probably have a policy with that.
Here's the
and
problem,
I'm hoping
though.
that they do.
I don't work for them.
But they can still
But if I'm like,
protect you under
transfer
that.
me, like, they're going to be like, you're not even our employee. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm about to lose my job over this.
No,
you're not. Why would you lose your job?
I don't know, because I feel like people are going to just complain about being uncomfortable with working with me. Like,
Why would they be uncomfortable with you, bitch?
I'm not going to have any respect from anybody there. I
Nope.
think I'll have like 2 people that still...
No one respects you.
Really didn't do anything wrong.
I had an affair with a married man who lied to me and made me believe that he really wasn't like as married as I think he was. But the media is not going to be so kind to let everybody know that. I think people are going to think I'm like the reason that he went off.
He's not. He wasn't as married. He was more married than I think he was.
The deep end.
That's probably a fair statement. I would probably agree with you to some effect. But if these people them at work, then
the company will
protect
the company
you at
will
some point.
buffer that as much as they can, because if not, it'd be chaos amongst employees, and they can't have that.
I'm just so sad.
It's just
like
not
this
good
is
in
like
their best
the
interest.
job of all jobs I've ever had in my life, and
Really?
I fucked it up.
Well, so you've been out in the field. What, you've been home?
She's more distraught about this job.
3 months of the year, on an average, in staggered amount, out in the middle of nowhere, on oil rigs. This little thing was out hanging on oil rigs, and now they got her an environmental where she's able to clean up stuff.
Right.
And it's a hot job, man. It's just a hot job, and
I mean, would you
I
advise
wouldn't
me
start.
talking to
I
like
can't
my
give you
head
legal
higher up?
advice. Maybe the best thing to do on that
I'm
is
sexy and I know it.
whoever the employees assistance people are, they're anonymous. They know all your HR rules. They know all your policy and procedure stuff. And how can I mitigate this?
Fair
and also,
question.
for your problem too is not just is this going to become an environment where you can't work? So you have to call those people up, whatever. Just be proactive. I don't know your boss is on site.
Yeah, she's pretty cool. I don't know. She's not talking to them at all, but me all day, like my office mate would not shut up. She just called me today and she was just like, oh my God, did you read this article and this article? And
Listen.
This is about to be crazy.
No,
like I had
do
people
it.
calling me
Listen
all
to
day.
this.
Like my office mate would not shut up. She just called me today and she was just like, oh my God, did you read this article and this article? And what did you think? And oh my God, and this, and I'm just, and she was just like, oh my God, did you read this article and this article? And what did you think? And oh my God, and this, and I'm just like, I don't want to talk about this. Please leave me alone. And like it was really overwhelming. And my project manager called me, and he's really chill, so we made it a very quick conversation. But some people just like didn't get it, and it's so hard to me because I feel like I'm lying to them.
I'd get in front of it. No, don't.
Yeah, because
make
the
a
company,
decision.
I don't think it would be in their best interest, legally, morally, or profit-wise, to have a bunch of junk going on. They would suppress it to keep it at least where everybody's treated with respect. The presidential speech in it.
Job like 75% of that at home.
Yeah,
I've already been thinking about that. I was thinking about just asking Lena, like, hey man, just let me come in at like 5 in the morning and deal with the gas monitors like 2 days a week. No one will even know I'm there.
I believe that.
And let me just work at home.
They probably made a statement on that. What do you call it? OHP. That out, and it says your confidentiality will be respected.
On that kind of stuff,
and snuff it because.
Summed up version of it, like, hey, my name is about to get released in the media, and there's a lot of stuff.
I don't know if I'd do that in that fashion. I might you just need to figure out a tactful way to do that. And perhaps in an employment, there is attorneys that deal with employment law. You know, money.
See if they'll do something. I hope so, because they're not actually my employer, so I don't.
Including all the foremen he worked with, apprentices he worked with. I mean, all of those people have a lot of information too.
Not like me.
But again, they don't want to hear a lot of information. Apprentice, everybody, both companies, it would be in their best interest to protect everybody, including all the foremen he worked with, apprentices he worked with. I mean, all of those people have a lot of information too.
Not like me.
But
got
again,
that right.
They don't want to hear it. They don't want to have, they don't want to talk about it. They have the same rights, so it would be a company-wide thing. So I would just
on the media
we'll
stuff,
work on that.
Yeah, I think you've got a grip on that. For you, probably the same. And somebody, it seems like your dad is your biggest confidant here, and maybe make a brief statement. But sometimes they'll go away. That would just be my suggestion.
Make their own assumptions.
Talk as soon as they figure out whatever. You know what's going to happen. Just prepare yourself, and then it won't be.
I mean, there's media everywhere, and it's just like, I hope that does not happen to me. Yeah. I mean, I have like a safe house in Denver that I can go to, that I have
safe house
to, that has
nobody
there
ever,
for
the next
and it's
couple
all I have to
weeks.
do is check the mail, and there's no questions asked, and nobody knows where it is, and I'm not telling anybody, but it's like a really nice spot for me to like hide out, and I don't have any friends in that building. I mean, it's an apartment, but it's
and we will
safe.
answer your phone calls, but the safe house is from
the safe house is the safe
people
house.
banging on her apartment
well,
door.
when should I go there? When do you think all this is going to start happening? I mean, it's kind of...
She loves this.
It might be just good for you to go there anyways for your sanity, and stay away from this place that you had a connection to this man with, and get your thoughts in order.
It's so sad. That was my nest. That was like such a warm little place.
That was your...
Now it's like I haven't even slept in my bed. I've just been sleeping on the couch with the dog. I don't even want to do it.
What other questions can we answer before we go? I don't foresee talking to you again regarding this. Now, an attorney might review something and go, hey, can you ask her another question? And that would be a long ways down the line. I don't think there's anything else. I let you talk for a long time today to get it all out. So we don't have to do. Please know that I do want to talk to you about those. Other things that we haven't talked about today, or if something just, I mean, I got to tell them. Just call me.
I mean, like, some things I thought were really important. Like, the other day, like, I didn't mention the wedding ring thing, and then I was like, that was really creepy. I should probably tell them about that.
And, yeah,
and you got those cards. I gave you those cards.
So you gave me cards and there was clothing in there.
Yeah, I don't care what you do with it all. I just don't
The
want
clothing, was any of the clothing anything he wore this weekend, or is it stuff that was from...
No. It was like stuff that he brought over. Like,
it was that stupid T-shirt that said "Still plays with blocks."
Prior to that, none of that. Like, some of it's been washed and folded since then. Yeah, I just wanted it out of my house and didn't want to throw it away.
We'll take care of it.
It's been washed and folded. She made sure she said that.
If I have questions on the context of a text message, I might just call you and say, "Hell, does this mean?" Because I might not understand what you were talking about. If that's okay with you,
I've got a tidbit for the end.
If it's, I'm not going to bother you unless it's really important, because I think I have everything I need. from you today.
Okay, yeah, we just wanted to make sure you guys had it so that.
Well, and we don't. I
can
don't
find the right person or something.
We don't
and
want to
get
do
it
it
done.
again. Yeah, and we know we have the right person, and I am sorry that you're involved. I am. It's never a good time to say anything like that, but it's a bad deal. This whole thing is, and this is one of the tougher cases that I think I've been doing this a long time. It's it's tough.
Look at
So
how
for
she's
you,
looking at him.
It's even tougher. And don't forget to reach out to somebody for your sanity. Like I asked you downstairs a question, and you said no. You remember what question I asked you, right?
No. You know how many questions you asked me
You
tonight?
want a pizza?
Well, hell, I want food too.
pizza.
No, I asked you if you had any concern. I asked if I should be concerned at all about you hurting yourself.
Oh, no, I don't feel the need to do that. I
Right.
just want people to leave me alone. I
And
just
if
feel like
you-
I want to hide for a little while all
Just
of this
please
is happening.
reach out to your family or even me, and if you have any things that's struggling.
Hey, women are
like
sacred.
I told you,
Welcome
there's
in.
People I can put you in touch that will talk to you. I'm not a psychologist. That's not what I am. But people sometimes that get caught in these situations, they end up having lots of emotional issues, and you need to address them. Don't just hide that stuff. Okay.
All right. Are you guys
You
going to
seem
help
pretty
me if
super
we go?
intelligent. So
I appreciate that. That's a nice compliment. When we go to trial for this, if that's what he so feels the need to take this to, are you guys going to help coach me through these questions?
So we would be there.
See, she's already planning on being the star witness. The whole plan was they couldn't prosecute Chris without her. That's what they're taking, the lazy approach. We can't nail Chris without her putting the nails in the coffin. She was prepared to testify.
To rediscuss our conversation today, the conversation you had with Mark, and then an attorney would talk to you prior to any questioning on the stand regarding what kind of questions they're going to ask you. And really the only thing you have to remember, if you're worried about your recollection or your recall or, how you might remember this, everybody worries about that. Even we do. We spend hours on the stand, and it's very difficult. But the only thing you have to remember is tell the truth.
Everybody does that.
And
It's okay.
the truth will never change in your mind. You know what happened during these 6 weeks. You know what happened on Monday.
The
and
truth
Tuesday.
doesn't change.
And as long as you tell the truth, then there's nothing to be worried about. If you don't remember something, you don't remember it.
Hey, Dragon
might they pick on you a
Panda.
little bit about that? Absolutely. They usually pick on us
Welcome
a lot
in,
more
Dragon.
than they do you guys. So, but that's so far down the road.
How long are we talking? How long
That
is this
could
whole
be,
process
well, so he has the right to a speedy trial once he makes a plea, which is 45 days. Do I think that's going to happen? Absolutely not. I can tell you that the majority of the homicides that I work on average somewhere between 1 and 3 years.
Yeah, look at the clown man.
I gotta just deal with the
theater.
media, knocking on my door like that for 3 years. 'cause that's
This
what I'm gonna have to
case
go
will
through.
be hot until the next, unfortunately, crazy case comes up. And it's true. I don't know if you watch the news. There's a reason I really don't.
Every week.
I don't
But
watch
you
the
know
news.
there's something new every week that's the hot topic. This one might be hot for a week, 2, 3, whatever, and then something else is going to happen, and they're going to forget all about this one until it comes back to court, and then it's going to be revived.
Hey,
If it
Makita.
ever does.
Welcome in,
I don't
Makita.
know what that, he has all sorts of, he could plead. He could say, I want to go to trial. I didn't do this. Whatever. He could say whatever. So it could be tomorrow. It could be 5 years. It just depends. There's a lot of things that can slow cases down.
Look at that theater thing. That was a whirlwind for, a month or so?
The theater
and then
thing.
all of a sudden...
The shooting?
As soon as people started figuring out what that guy was all about, all of a sudden they started just man, he's weird. He was psycho. Look at him, and he just kind of just...
And then it
But I
petered
noticed it
off.
shows up
Aurora
like
shooting they're talking about.
That's a huge event.
Yeah,
Certainly
but it shows up every 6
unprecedented.
months or a year. Here.
Sure. You look at, I just, there's no way to know that. But if, like your dad's saying, on that guy was sent to the state hospital for evaluation. That takes a long, long time, and that can draw out cases, if there's evaluations. There's all sorts of things that come into play that
I know,
really
right, Franny?
don't worry about. Is put this thing out of your mind as much as you can, and when the time comes, if it ever does, that you had to testify,
She's cold.
you will be in good hands. We'll take care of you. The attorneys handling this case are going to, take care of whatever needs to happen. Okay? And if you have questions that you can't think of now, just call me.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to talk to the other side. From what we were discussing, they can get the discoveries from you guys.
I don't want to deal with him
it's-
anymore.
it's
Mark
less
already
than-
said, he's like, he might try to call you. I think I'm going to just ignore that.
Who?
Chris.
Mark already said he might try to call you. I think I'm going to ignore that. The investigator goes,
I don't know if he will try to call me. I heard. Did they find those little girls yet? I haven't looked for them. And they thought, or they knew where they were at. You don't know yet, because you've been in here with me.
Right.
It's almost 6 years, Shell.
I find the whole thing very weird if the close, as much as you told me that he was as normal as he was, but yet some very close friend would call within a couple of hours of her not answering the door, or what was it?
Well, I think she was like on meds or something. Like, so I think she wasn't concerned
But to
about
call
Chris.
but to call the police within just like the same day, and yet he acted normal on this end, that is weird.
Yeah.
There's two different lives there or something.
Oh, there's definitely two different lives there. That's why sometimes I have to I feel like when he's like, well, what did people are like, what did he say about her? And it's just like, I don't even know if I want to say it, because who knows if that's what's really happening. I mean, maybe not.
Molly called me back, so we'll call her tomorrow.
Okay, I think I might need to approach Anadarko. I really don't want to go to work tomorrow. I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm going to just take the week off, and then maybe we can sort things out on the weekend, and then I can reach out to my supervisor and EAP or whatever.
Yeah, you need a little sleep and some time.
Yeah, you definitely need some sleep. Don't drive tonight. Yeah.
She's, I'm going to drive her home and then all the way back.
I'll walk you guys down.
You're gonna get. Yeah,
You need to use the restroom first, Pumpkin?
No, which is crazy because I've drank so much water today.
I really, really do appreciate you being well.
Deal with the devil. She was going to be their star witness, Miss Kessinger. The lioness bee. I told you guys that I had a little tidbit at the end, and now I can't freaking remember what it was. Can you believe that? I can't remember what it was. I should have freaking said, hey, remind me of this. Let me go back and chat and see if it triggers my memory. I can't remember. There's so many tidbits, but one was in my head and I'm like, oh, I can tell them this at the end. Oh, I know what it was now. Thank you. It was Ann Pulley reminded me when she said victim advocate. Okay. So, this is a little random fun story about this case. Not fun, but a fun fact. So, you may or may not know that I've spoken with both Cindy and Ronnie Watts at different times. And I was told by both of them that when Chris was sentenced at the sentencing, after they walked him through the courtroom at the end and walked him down the hallway to the jail, he said that she was standing in the hallway and that she smirked at him. Now, how it was told to them was she was there. When they walked me through, she was there. So after the conversation I just heard there, are you guys going to take care of me? Da, da, da. It wouldn't surprise me if she was there for that sentencing in the back with the prosecutors. Yep. And at first when I heard that, I was like, no way. There's no fucking way she was there. But now I've really dug into her since then. And I believe it. Because she was going to be their star witness. And she was there seeing it through to the end. And then she was gone. He said to them, he said, Mom, she was there. And she smirked. Like she gave him a smirk. Probably Leo. And then now I kind of sort of believe the reports of that other inmate saying that she's writing him under another name. Nothing would surprise me with these two. I think so too, M11, M11. Well, thank you guys. We had a really long first members only live. I'm going to try to do at least an hour every month with you guys. We can do like Q&As. We can do stuff like this, like deep dives and go over shiz. We can do panels where you guys can come on panel if you want. Whatever you guys want to do. But we'll plan one of these once a month. I want to thank you guys personally for your support. We made it over 100K. It's so freaking exciting. I still have to do the celebration. I just want to do it right. So I'm putting a little more thought into it. So bear with me. We're crawling after 100K, so we can still celebrate. I just want to do it right. And I want to give everybody enough notice so that they can be here to watch. So bear with me. It's in the works. Got a lot going on. But I love you guys. And thank you so much for being members of my channel. I know you have millions of channels that you can spend your hard-earned money on every month, and you choose mine. And that means a lot to me. The plaque comes Wednesday.
Coming in hot.
Just like the fajita. Wednesday. It's supposed to be here by UPS on Wednesday. The freaking silver plaque. I can't wait. Thank you so much, Anna, again. You are so sweet. It was so good to see you guys. So that way, every month, we at least catch up in a live, right? Thank you, Margaret. You guys are awesome. I'm not going to bore y'all with credits today. Well, right, you know what? We're just going to do credits. And we're not going to dance it out. But tomorrow is going to be a really good live, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll see you guys there. I love you. Have a great Sunday evening. Bye, Scott H.